As we now go into last triple header in this 2025 season. So, for the second GP in this triple header, F1 moves to Qatar, which is penultimate race of this year and ground effect era in general. Loisiel been in the calendar since 2021, except from 2022 when the World Cup was held here, so we didn't have a GP. This track was originally made for MotoGP. However, in 2021, Formula 1 started to race here and produced some stunning battles through the races. So, in 2021, Max and Lewis had an exceptional title battle, plus Fernando Alonso made his maiden podium with Alpine that year. In 2023, we had everybody saying that this was the hardest GP in their life, since Qatar is a very fast track that allows drivers to push to their limits. Nonetheless, as they were pushing to them, Pirelli saw that their tires literally destroys itself due to the curbs and main restriction, no more than 18 laps on each set. Combination of factor that there were a restriction of laps on each set, plus that Qatar is very fast track with mostly medium speed or high speed corners, that made drivers to do mostly qualifying GP, which some of them didn't stood and some of them were fainting or even retiring from the race, as Logan Sargent. In 2024 we had a pretty calm race, until Bottas went over the mirror that was on the pit straight. That resulted in safety car plus 2 punctures on Lewis and Carlos's car. This year GP will again feature a restriction for the tires, which is no more than 25 laps on each set. This year's GP will again feature a restriction for the tires, which is no more than 25 laps on each set. Even though here we have hard, that is C1, medium C2 and soft C3. Even that doesn't mean that we will have a strategic race, because there were pretty predictable strategies. However, it will be interesting because drivers will again do a qualifying race. That will mean that they will push to their limits and probably make some entertaining race. However, as we know that this year's championship is not filled with a lot of overtakes, so maybe the Qatar will be the point where this curse will be destroyed and we will see a bunch of overtakes from the drivers. During this weekend, we will not only have tire and strategy carnage, but championship as well. As after double disqualification for McLaren in Vegas, basically if you don't have a clue what is that, check the video, we now have again a three-way battle, where Lando is leading with 390 points and his teammate and Max Verstappen are equal on 366 points. We can have such different outcomes after this weekend, like Norris could be the champion after the main race. Then we could have a situation where Max will be short points off of Norris after the GP, or Piastri could have the same. That means that this is the weekend to watch. Because Qatar track is almost 309 km long circuit, it features 57 laps with circuit length of 5.419 km and lap record of 1 minute 22 seconds and 384 milliseconds. That was set here by Lando Norris in last year GP, during which he received a 10-second stop-and-go penalty for missing the double yellow, and then barely scrapping it to top 10. So drop your predictions on how do you think this Grand Prix will turn around and how we will come to Abu Dhabi. Nonetheless, before we end this video, there are some news that also appeared after Las Vegas GP. First one is that Newey is going to be a team principal of Aston Martin F1 team in 2026, as Andy Cowell is being moved to a Chief Strategy Officer role. It will be a completely new position for him. Nonetheless, there were rumors that Horner could also return as well, as he allegedly was the man who Aston was looking to replace Andy. But for now we are moving to the next set of regulations without him. Furthermore, it will be interesting to see where and how Newey is going to lead Aston Martin, as he was saying that one of the reasons he chose Aston after he left Red Bull was that he wanted to work less from the base and spend more time with family and etc. But this role is completely opposite of the claim that he had made earlier. And the last one, that is a bombshell, because it is related to the Ferrari man, who is Charles Leclerc. There is a reliable source that always delivers news if they are related to Leclerc or Ferrari. So according to Teruzzi, Leclerc is very close to join Aston Martin from 2027, but he will wait with the first 3-4 races of the next season for a final decision. That means that after all the efforts, love and dedicated time that he put into the Ferrari, they hasn't paid him back with a quality car that is capable of fighting for a championship throughout the whole year. This new set will be a chance for a quiet chunk of team to be in the leading phase. However, there are strong rumors that Mercedes produced a stunning engine as it was back in 2024, when the regulations have changed. Plus, those rumors say that Ferrari is second, third, fourth. That means if Ferrari isn't bright and shining, Leclerc is going to leave. It's all with the preview and news ahead of the sprint race in Qatar, which is a penultimate race of this 2025 year. So subscribe to all my media so not to miss any F1 content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.